Good morning, students of class 9. Previous day, I had started third chapter of your book, Behave the Little Girl. Now, I am going to complete the rest of the parts. Let us see what is written in the text. Previous day, we had completed when Kezia tore the important piece of paper. There was a great hue and cry in the house. Rooms searched, servants were questioned. Finally, mother came to Kezia. Kezia, I suppose you don't see some papers on a table in our room. Oh, yes, she said. I tore them up for my surprise. Kezia replied. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down to the dining room. This instant, this order was given to Kezia. And she was dragged on to where father was pacing, walking to and fro, hands being putting behind his backs. Well, he said sharply. Mother explained each and everything. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? No, she whispered. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that? Child is put to bed this instant. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room, watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand as he wanted to punish Kezia. I am going to beat you for this, he said. Oh no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes, trying to protect herself. But he pulled them aside. Sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what doesn't belong to you, father said. But it was for your birthday. Kezia tried to explain. Down came the ruler on her little pink palms. She was beaten with the help of ruler. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body, went so close to her grandmother. What did God make fathers for? She sobbed. At the time of weeping, she asked, why did God make fathers to do that? Here is a clean hanky, darling. Blow your nose and go to sleep. Pet, you will forget all about in the morning. Grandmother said, I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. But the child never forgot. Kezia didn't forget. Next time, whenever she saw him quickly, she put both her hands behind her back and a red color flew onto her cheeks. She was so frightened. The McDonald's, here another character enters. The McDonald's lived next door. Mr. McDonald had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag. Tag is a game which children play catching one another. That is called tag game. Children were playing tag in the evening. The father with the baby Mao on his shoulders, 2 little girls hanging on his coat pockets, ran round and round the flower beds, shaking with laughter. They were enjoying playing. Once he saw the boy turn the hose on him, water pipe, and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. Then it was, she decided, there were different sorts of father. Observing the attitude and activity of Mr. McDonald, she decided that there were different kinds of fathers. Suddenly one day mother became ill and she and grandmother went to hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice. Alice was the cook. That was all right in the daytime. During the daytime everything was good. But while Alice was putting her to the bed, she grew suddenly afraid. What will I do if I have a nightmare? Kezia asked. I often have nightmare. And then grandmother, takes me into her bed. Nightmare is a bad dream, horrible dream. So Kezia said that whenever I had a nightmare, bad dream, Granny takes me into the bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets so whispery. You must go to sleep, child, Alice said, pulling off her socks. And don't you scream and wake your poor pa. But the old nightmare came. The butcher with a knife and a rope. This was the nightmare of Kezia. She observed there was a butcher with a knife and a rope, came nearer and nearer, smiling in that dreadful smile, horrible smile. When she could not move, could not stand still, only crying out, Grandma, Grandma. She woke shivering to see father, who was standing beside her bed, taking a candle in his hand. And he asked, What is the matter? Oh, a butcher, a knife. I want Granny, Kezia said. But her father blew out the candle, bent down and caught up the child in his arms, carrying her along the passage to the big bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper, then carefully tucked. Tucked means covered up nicely in the bed. So, tucked up the child, covered the child with a cloth. He also lay down beside her, half asleep, still with the butcher smile all about her. It seemed, when she observed, she crept close to him, snugged her head, moved into a warm, comfortable position, close to another person is called snugged, her head under his arms. She held tightly to his shirt. Then the dark didn't matter. When she was with her father, she lay still. Here, rub your feet against my leg and get them warm. Father said to Kezia to rub her feet against his legs. Tired out, he slept before the little girl. As father was so tired, that's why he slept before the little girl. Then a funny feeling came over her. Poor father, not so big. After all, and with no one to look after him, because that night he was quite alone in the house. There was none to look after him. He was harder than grandmother, but it was a nice hardness. Whenever parents show hardness towards children, children think that their parents are cruel, but no. Hardness is essential, and every day he had to work and was too tired to be McDonald. And due to tiredness, it was not possible for her father to become Mr. McDonald, and he used to play with his children. He had torn up all his beautiful writings. She was responsible for her punishment because she had torn up all his beautiful writings. She stared suddenly and sighed. What is the matter? Asked the father. Another dream? He asked if she had another dream. Oh, said the little girl. My head is on your heart, Kezia said. I can hear it going. What a big heart you have got, father dear. The last line suggests that now Kezia understood her father better than earlier. Now, in her opinion, her father was not a giant, not a big person, not a bad person, but he too was a loving person. This is the ending of the story. Thanking all of you. Have a nice day.